What is going on guys, MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the P-Bandai high-grade Gundam G Self Reflector Pack from Reconguista in G. Developed by the top engineers of the American Army in the Caribbean base, it was equipped onto the G Self due to incompatibility with the Montero and granted the ability to block beams and absorb the energy for its own use. And this review won't have been possible without the help of Zethathonics and his hunters, so big shout out to them, and feel free to pop by Zethy's channel to show him some support. On top of the 8 runners from the G-Self body, you get the 2 runners from the Shield of the Space Pack and 7 new runners for the Reflector Pack, totaling 17 runners, alongside a massive sticker sheet and a sprueless stand. Being a G-Self variant, the build of the body is identical to the original, but the difference in coloration will make for a slight challenge when cleaning up the nut marks, especially on the purple pieces. The Reflector Pack itself isn't too interesting either, so there's not much new to experience if you've built any version of the original G-Self before. But if this is somehow your first high-grade G-Self, rest assured that the kit is like those of the average high-grade, while you spend more time applying the stickers than the actual build. Straight from the box, and the high-grade G-Self Reflector Pack looks stunning, but being a full reuse of the G-Self's body, which has accurate proportions and sculptings to begin with, the good foundations are a given. That said, the overall blue and purple's color scheme gives it a chilly feeling, which is quite refreshing to see for a lead Gundam variant, while the blue inner frame just brings that effect home. While there is a heavy reliance on stickers, those are limited to the eyes, cheek, black in the chest vents, hand covers, feet, and all the photon batteries on the body, which do glow under UV light as standard alongside the clear blue pieces, looking absolutely beautiful. Personally, I'm not too fussed with the sticker count because they mostly constitute energy bits, but you still need to paint in the aquamarine for the head vulcans and the shoulder verniers in order to be anime accurate. On top of that, I would highly recommend removing that massive seam line on the closed reflector panels, as that really does stick out like a sore thumb. Otherwise, it's an acceptable looking kit out of the box. Articulation begins with an unrestricted double ball jointed neck, swing out shoulder joints, and an unimpeded ball jointed shoulder. There's a perpendicular arm raise, bicep swivel, 90-degree double jointed elbows, and ball jointed wrists. Ab crunches and the waist rotation are limited. Front and side skirts can lift up, and the legs can do the funky dance. Only front kicks allowed, decent sidewards kicks, a non-existent thigh rotation, 90-degree double jointed knees, swiveling calf boosters, ball jointed ankle guards, and hinged ball jointed feet with a decent degree of movement. Articulation on the high-grade G-Self is average at best, which will hamper the dynamic posing possibilities. You'll also need to keep an eye out on the clavicle pieces lest you knock them off while posing. Accessories begin with a set of holding hands and a right trigger finger hand, which is a box standard selection. As for weapons, you get a set of beam sabers which use the thin SB-15 beams. Otherwise, they're standard beam sabers that can be used without issue, though there is no storage option provided in the clavicle holsters. Next is the shield that provides decent color separation, though you still need to paint in the photon battery and the yellow star yourself. It simply clips onto the arm for solid use, and can be rotated for adjustments, or be repositioned to the underside of the arm. Of course, a Gundam can't go without its beam rifle, but on top of needing to paint the small details in the photon batteries of the firearm, you'll need to paint it grey first because it is molded in the blue of the frame. Otherwise, it can be used without issue in the trigger finger hand. Finally, the reason you get the Reflector Pack over all other packs, the open reflector panels. They simply replace the closed panels on the backpack for deployment and feature adjustments with a ball joint on each of the quarters. Evidently, all the reflective panels are stickers, though you need to be delicate about them to keep them from creasing. Alternatively, you can go wild with a chrome Gundam marker and not have to worry about any of that. Regardless, this will never fail to draw some attention, and thanks to the included base, there's no need to worry about instability. I initially would have recommended the high-grade G-Self Reflector Pack thanks to the unique color scheme and backpack and the sheer shelf presence. However, above the standard gimmicks and middle-length flexibility, there is the price. If you asked me in 2015 whether or not to get this kit, I would confidently tell you to knock yourself out regardless of its major flaw, the mediocre articulation. But Not anymore. Due to the lack of reprints of this kit or anything G-Reco related aside from the perfect pack, this kit has been scalped to master grade or perfect grade prices, and considering that you're not getting anything too different besides the Reflector pack, whose only gimmick is swapping in the open and closed panels, it isn't really worth your money unless they get reprinted or you decided to really splash out on a high grade. Don't get me wrong, it's still a good high grade representation of the GSL Reflector pack, and I am thankful for Zethathonics helping me find this kit for my collection, but it's just not worth the prices for the only listings available online to obtain one. And that's all for me. Thank you for watching. Drop a like and comment if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content like this, and feel free to follow me on social media with the links down below. That said, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out guys. Bye bye.